Nathan Jones couldn't claim it, tried to barge through it. He gets him high. Yes, he did.
Silly. Phil Davis just fell in his back.
Well, right. Well, Scully had hold of him, and Phil just came in as the second tackler and gave a silly free kick away. Important kick, this. Just have a look. You see Scully makes a good tackle, and Phil Davis over the top.
Well, an anxious glance up to the scoreboard. It tells him that they trail by 18 points. Every kick so vital for Melbourne in this last quarter. It starts left, but it is coming back. There's something. A little something for the D's.
Oh, that's a great goal. He's been their best player all year, Nathan Jones. And Melbourne missed a lot of opportunities in that third quarter.
Yeah, Gawn in the square, waiting for it. Pedersen brings it to ground. Sylvia made the play. Evans to Jones. Grimes was able to just steady and assess. Gawn in the middle! And he went with it! Welcome back, Max. You're not gone at the moment.
Big Maxie!
The MCG members haven't been excited about a Maxi since Tengles Walker was here in the 70s and 80s.
Kind of thought it might have brought a smile to Mark Neal's face, but gee, wouldn't you be disappointed from GWS's perspective? 2-on-1. I think it's Gillum on one side and you got Phil Davis on the other, and he just parks the Red Sea, throws them both out of the way, marks it, plays on and kicks it. Here come the D's. Look at the strength of the big man. Jamar's positioned him behind the footy, so any quick kick out will probably get mopped up.
Howe, Evans, high.
Yeah, I thought it was there, the initial.
This to draw it level.
Yeah, against Lockie Whitfield there. I thought his initial over the shoulder.
Michael Evans, another who's had a long absence from footy after playing 4 games in 2011. Missed all of last year, came back into the team last week. Whew. This to level the score at the MCG. Scores a level, 3 in a row to the D's. They're giving us something.
Well, we talked about it that Melbourne have to at least kick 6 goals, and that's a great start. Only 7 minutes gone. Have a look at the free kick here.
That's not high.
Yeah, it wasn't high, actually.
That tackle's fine.
It is a good tackle. But let's face it, Melbourne have been in 4 times for 12 disposals for 3 goals. You talk about efficient football at its absolute finest. For players on in the midfield.
Great mark, but I'm sure he had 2 hands in the middle of his opponent's back.
Gawn to Jones. Stand start, scrappy but effective.
Good poise from Jones. Leadership all over that from Nathan Jones. Could have been excused for blazing away. Just lowered his eyes. The kick wasn't great, but it got there.
Well, they drew level earlier. Now they have a chance to actually hit the front. And that's a massive psychological blow for GWS.
Well, your leaders, your co-captain, it could be in better hands. He's a magnificent kick, Jack.
Oh, and you can see it in his face. These young captains,
back him in.
Given such a load at such a young age. And these are the moments that you have to make count. Jack Trengove. Jack Trengove. They're in front.
It's a magnificent game of football. Trengove coming off. Was there hands in the back? You were pretty critical, Chase.
Mate, that's on the number.
There's 10 fingers in the back.
You're right, it was there. And look, I think the pressure is on everyone today. There's been a few mistakes by the third umpire. There was a really good kick from Nathan Jones. They probably needed a little bit of luck, Melbourne. The rub of the green was going GWS way early, but all Melbourne now.
In there.
Got numbers here, Melbourne.
Well, the chase was on. It was all Melbourne. Sylvia happy to take it. And then kicks deep into the pocket again. Oh, that's a great effort from Howe.
Beautiful kick from Sylvia too.
He can take them not just high, but low as well.
Gawn was on.
Yeah, he was. Howe just wasn't quite ready to release the kick.
You're right.
Gawn frustrated.
Well, Gawn was on Toby Green, so he had a huge height advantage there. He probably needs to kick it now because that was the option he should have went for early.
So Jeremy Howe. Demons really pressing at the MCG. He's taken some great marks over the time, but that might just be the best thing he's done for the Demons.
Well, it's all about taking your opportunities when they're presented, and Jeremy Howe's done that. That's a superb kick. He covers some ground to get there. Colin Sylvia has had some important clearances in this fourth term. 7-1 the inside 50. But have a look at the ground he makes to get there. Swallows it up, then takes his time and delivers a beautiful kick. So 7 inside 50s for 5 goals, 2 from GWS. And they are all over. From Melbourne, sorry.
Probably bar that 18. The rest are just trying to urge these demons home. Shannon Burns, the zig and the zag from one Jones to another. Confronted by Scully. Got a way out of it. Back to the square. Maxi Gawn again.
Had to put his hands up, Max.
Evans. 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 Good Evans. He's done it.
How good was Jones? Oh, this is amazing. Team goal from Evans. You call it beautifully huddled. But Nathan Jones, you talk about leadership. Have a look at this. He's on Tom Scully. They've had a great battle all day. Great corralling, but that's all he could do. The right foot banana. Max should have probably extended the arms. He didn't. But Evans was in the right spot. That's where you want your crummers. 9 inside 50s for 6 goals, 2. Mark Neal must be saying, where was this for the first 3 quarters? This intent.
It's also 44 possessions to 18. So they
give but couldn't. Hacked kick. J-Mar should have this covered. He made sure of it. He put arms and legs and everything up. Frawley thumps it back again. Just to amp up the pressure. Maxi didn't mark it at the back. Davey! Davey's got it! The Demons are on a roll.
Well, there it is. GWS are ranked 18th for contested marks. We just saw another one from J-Mar. They've taken 20 today, only 6 to GWS. Maxi Gawn's the go-to player. I know he didn't mark the ball there, but he competed really hard, and that's all you need to do. It's a really good, long, strong kick to the top of the square from Frawley. But here's Max just making a contest, and like all good half forwards, there's Aaron Davey. They had 3 or 4 options there, Melbourne. 3 or 4 options. You had Bale, Davey, and Shannon Burns as crummers. They're all over GWS at the moment, Melbourne.
14 marks to nothing in this fourth term.
Looking
no pressure.
Desperately for teammates. And the run was good from behind.
Look at Sylvia is on.
And they can take it wide again here.
Sorry.
Tapscott.
Got Davey over the top.
Kick took a fair while to get to him, but he can still get to Davey. And Davey, the kick didn't look great, but it actually got Davey into a better position, Spade.
Gained another 10 metres by the kick. You would think Davey thought, not another metre, and I'm in real trouble here. He knew that.
He was thinking bad thoughts, I reckon, and so you would, because it just hung there for a long time.
Well, that was really good poise from Melbourne from the half-back line. Started with McDonald. Good poise.
Well, what's he got left to offer this footy club, Aaron Davey? Kicked the goal before, comes in, uses all that experience and skill, and slots another one.
Oh, that's a great kick. Started as the sub, 13 inside 50s the D's for 8 goals, 2. Started from Tom McDonald, took the game on here. Good poise, lace-out football here from Melbourne. Really good play. Evans to Tapscott. Tapscott quickly gets the ball on the boot to Davey. As you rightly said, Hutto's probably had too much elevation. Another metre high and he was in trouble. But that's why Melbourne, going to this game, the one positive they had, they were ranked 2nd in the competition.
Earns the free the hard way. Davey to half forward again, and that's safely done. Evans, was he off?
Oh,
it's 50. It's 50.
Now, see, he wandered straight off the mark, Evans. That should have been play on. I know you've got to play the umpire's whistle. But he tackled him because he was nowhere near going back behind the mark. He continued to run. He's run 5 metres laterally. How is that not play on?
Well, the umpire's saying he hadn't called it. And that's where the instinct versus the letter of the law is wrong, isn't it?
But if he waits for him to call it, he's off and gone.
Yeah. So Evans looking for his 3rd of the quarter. And he's done it! And the Demons might nearly be safe. Nearly. They won't believe it until they lead by about 50. But they lead by 23.
Well, there's Mark Neal looking at the score, and he's also looking at the time left on the clock with 5 minutes. But
he's marked it and he's kept running. He's kept running and he's looking at his options.
Yeah. It's probably a bit of karma, Jace. They didn't get the rub of the green early, but you talk about last quarters.
They've been big, haven't they been big?
8 disposals, 3 goals, 1. 2 inside 50s, 4 contested possessions.
He'll be pretty satisfied. Job not finally done yet, but it might be in a minute. Nathan Jones, it'll be appropriate. They tell him to kick for goal. He tries. Now it's downfield. Game over.
We've got a big maxi.
It's against Scully.
Yeah. It's gone to the go-to man, Max Gawn. Crowd are letting Tom Scully know.
And Max Gawn, well, it could be some bad news with Mitch Clark, but Max Gawn has given Melbourne lots of reasons to smile today.
Oh, what about Nathan Jones' last quarter? Yeah. Look, he's been the best player on the ground.
And this is a 10-goal last quarter for Melbourne. They've kicked 10.
With 15 entries. Have a look at Nathan Jones. What's he had? 9 disposals, 4 contested possessions.
Oh, that's a soft downfield. Are we getting too protective?
Yeah, you're right. That's not there. And they're doing it at the moment with 10 goals.
They're doing all the things that they couldn't in previous weeks. Howe, he's taken it just inside the line. Kicked 1 great goal from the boundary already.
Right line, Jeremy. Jeremy, right line. Yep, level with me here. Right, you're right there. Yeah, he's level with me now. No close up, no close up. That's 15 seconds.
Howe again.
Oh.
They can't miss now.
This is 11 goals, 2 for 17 entries, and this is their best last quarter since round 10, 2001. So they've kicked 11-2 for 17 entries.
It's going to be the biggest. They can kick another one. It's going to be the biggest quarter of the year so far, isn't it, for anyone?
As I said, they're making the most. Well, their momentum is just incredible. It's Jones, it's Sylvia, Trengove, Gawn.
Bale, bit of hesitation. Tapscott, Howe bolts back to the square, and so does Evans. Evans is on again, but Howe will mark it. He's going to be a favourite of the Melbourne fans for a lot of years to come, and he's going to provide a lot of entertainment. Today it was a couple of goals from the boundary that were added to the memories for Melbourne fans.
Well, if he scores, now this will be their biggest score in the last quarter since round 4, 1991. If he scores, so that he's going to do something drastic not to score.
No, I think he'll score, Spud. And he might just score his 3rd goal of the last quarter.
Wow.
12-goal final term for the Demons. Where has this been?
Well, they just went back 10 years, took 10 years off that record.
Yeah.
What's the next one to tumble if they kick another one?
I think it gets back to their premiership year in '64. And I'm only joking, but it's no joke to the fact that they played unbelievable football. I think it says a lot about probably where GWS are as well. It's all Melbourne, but probably the
Melbourne's credit. To Melbourne's credit, GWS have stopped.
He would have been the first to know he was.
Well, the siren's about to sound. And the Demons have won by 41 points. And after a torturous month and a torturous 3 quarters, sheer relief for Melbourne, sheer relief for their players, for their leaders, for their youngsters, and for their coach, Mark Neal. Football can provide a reason to smile after all. 22 goals, 12, 144. To 15-13, 103, a 12-goal final term, a reason to sing the song.
They doubled their score in the last quarter for their first 3 quarters. You're right, Hutto. It was the way they did it. They responded magnificently well. They were 19 points down in the 3rd quarter. I thought their leaders, Jace, were terrific, led by Jones, Sylvia, Trengove, Garland, Grimes. Multiple goals from Evans. Jeremy Howe finished off the good work in the midfield. It was just a magnificent win.